Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Lauren Hedges, residential connected living product manager with Schneider Electric here in Canada. I'm excited to talk to you today about a topic I care deeply about, creating a more sustainable world. Believe it or not, we can all do it from the comfort of our own homes. Providing the right technology, we can make it extremely easy for each and every one of us to make wiser decisions. Today, sustainability is a key global priority. We all recognize that current climate change trajectory cannot continue. We need to respect the global commitment to limit rising temperatures to 1.5 degrees centigrade. This is only doable if we achieve the global net zero emission target by 2050. Did you know that homes are already responsible for 20% of all CO2 emissions? By 2050, households are expected to be the single largest consumer of electricity, 2 times the rate they are consuming today, and the biggest contributor of carbon dioxide emissions globally, up to 34% of the total output. We all have a big part to play in the residential sector to help reach these sustainability targets. It's estimated that 80% of the buildings that will exist in 2050 are already built and standing today. Not only do we need to build better, smarter, we need to renovate better and provide access to information and systems that facilitate a change in behavior. Sustainability must start at home. Schneider Electric was listed by Corporate Knights as the most sustainable corporation in the world for 2021. We believe it's our job to innovate and make it easier for consumers to make more sustainable choices. Today, we see 4 major challenges that homes are going to face in the future. The first, sustainability. We need to prepare homes to become more sustainable to reduce their impact on climate. With CO2 output estimated to decline from 20% to 34% by 2050, pressure will come to reduce not only the operational CO2 output, but the CO2 input into the homes and to generate energy as an offset. Generating energy at homes is coming. That means more renewables and storage if we wish to optimize the system. Reducing CO2 means building better with more efficient systems and fewer energy losses. And then reducing CO2 input means knowing the CO2 emissions of our suppliers. As Schneider Electric, it's our goal to be net zero ourselves by 2030 and through our entire supply chain by 2050. So we will be able to pass along net zero to you and your customers. The second challenge has 2 components. The first is safety. We often forget that electrical faults still happen. Increasing electrification will increase electrical faults within houses. Electrical fires alone cost homeowners $4 billion every year in Europe and the United States. Much of this damage can be avoided with appropriate protective systems. At Schneider Electric, that's our history. We protect the electrical systems of more houses in North America than any other company. The second part of resilience comes with uptime of power. And in many ways, it's linked to sustainability. Instances of wildfires, floods, storms, all of these things that we're experiencing today are both increasing in frequency and intensity. These extreme events are causing power outages. Not only are the power outages being caused by severe weather, but some utilities are taking proactive measures to disconnect the power lines so that they are not at the cause nor liable for damage to property. Therefore, The need to provide a safe, reliable backup power supply becomes crucial, not only for cooking and food storage, but also for powering vehicles, for operating medical equipment, for those aging at home, and more. The third challenge, hyper-efficiency. We're seeing a rise in energy bills. They've shot up by as much as 40% for homeowners over the past 18 months, direct consequence of the pandemic, cost of generation, fossil fuel surcharges, and simply more energy being consumed at home. And we've not seen the full impact of EV charging on residential infrastructure and bills, which can drive this up towards 70%. Now, of course, that is offset by not spending money on gasoline, but it shifts the burden to measuring the carbon output at the residence. We continue as a society to add more smart devices to houses. Amazon and Google have sold 150 million smart speakers over the last 4 years. Smart TVs are the #1 most popular smart product sold in the world. Yet, even as we declare our homes smarter, the smart home tech cannot tell us where and when we use energy. It cannot pinpoint phantom energy use. It cannot indicate how much energy we are consuming during peak pricing periods in real time. And it cannot advise a homeowner how to reduce consumption. We all simply hope that our energy bills will be lower the next time we see one. Moving to the fourth challenge, personalization. Our homes are not just a roof over our heads. We're spending up to 40% more time in our homes at the height of the pandemic restrictions, and this trend is continuing today. Not everybody is going back to the office. We're living, socializing, playing, studying, and working from our homes. The homes are much more multifunctional today than they were just 2 years ago. And this is likely to unchange anytime soon. This means we need more and more personalization of modular space within our houses. So at Schneider Electric, we fully recognize these 4 challenges. And today we're excited to be sharing our solutions and innovations that will address these challenges for you. At Schneider Electric, we're innovating to help consumers make informed, sustainable choices. This includes providing them with information about how much energy their homes consume at an appliance and at a plug level. It's kind of like a Fitbit for your home. We're giving them the ability to produce clean electricity on their rooftops and store it for future use. We're putting them in the driver's seat when it comes to using green energy to power their homes as much as possible so they can lower their energy bills, reduce CO2 emissions, and it's at the same time that they're doing things like plugging in their electric vehicle. We're also encouraging them to continue their sustainability efforts by informing them and rewarding them as they make smart home choices for more sustainability. We refer to this solution as grid to plug. For many decades, we've been providing electrical panels and circuit breakers for household protection, ground fault circuit interrupters to prevent electric shock, AFI circuit protectors to prevent electric fires, surge protectors to take care of sensitive electronic loads. But now the technology has advanced where we can now start to digitize our solutions and add that to the mix with new smart technology, with apps and systems that will help homeowners maximize their comfort, reduce energy, and reduce CO2 emissions. In the past, homes were fed from utilities, much like many of them are today. The power comes from the utility. Now, as we move forward in time, the source of energy will be the utility. solar power, wind generation, backup generators, battery storage. Maybe even your car is going to be powering your home. So these sources typically drive a large electromechanical installation, so there's a need for a more compact solution that's easier to install for the builders, for the contractors, and so it doesn't take up valuable space for the homeowner either. We've seen systems today where you start to bring in all of those new feeds of power and it takes up the whole wall in a garage. I don't know if you're like me, my garage wall is storage. You know, I can't afford to lose that much space. Homeowners are going to require the system to be smart enough to manage the power, to be the most cost effective, and to be the most CO2 effective. So we're combining the electrical panel, inverter technology, switching technology, the protection hardware, with a system we call Wiser Energy, an AI-powered monitor. And we combine this into a single enclosure that we call the Energy Center. Within the Energy Center, there's a Wiser Energy monitor that deciphers the electrical signature of each load in the home. And it feeds the data to the homeowner via an app. So with a detailed energy report, the homeowners get a detailed energy report. They get the capability of setting goals, setting budgets, and more with the system so that they can ensure their comfort, convenience, and make sure that their uptime on appliances is maximized. Studies have shown that homeowners provided with energy data do make changes to their behaviors to reduce consumption. To further help homeowners personalize the system, Schneider Electric has recently introduced a line of smart switches, receptacles, and dimmers, part of our connected living offer. And this integrates into an app called Wiser Home, allowing a unique user experience where they can run the home according to their particular needs. So Wiser Energy app, Wiser Home app, starting to sound complex, isn't it? We understand that. We understand that none of this works in the real world unless it's user-friendly. And what we really want to do is allow homeowners to set it, forget it, and still have access to data 24/7. So these apps will run independently. You can install Wiser Energy and do your monitoring. You can install Wiser Home and do your control. If somebody installs both systems, then you can start to merge the systems together and run your monitoring and control all from one app. And then to add an extra level of flexibility for homeowners, we also have the ability to merge that into Google Home, Amazon Alexa, so it works off the voice assistants and starts adding a higher level of programmability, automation, and control, because once you move to those platforms, well, then you start to pull in all of the other devices that other manufacturers build as well. And it all starts to run seamlessly as one system. I have a couple of short videos to show you on Wiser Energy being deployed by a homeowner, and then a quick little video on Wiser Home.
Providence Homes, we're located in Jacksonville, Florida. We mainly focus on building homes that are more comfortable, more durable, that just live better. My name is Charles Roberts. I'm the Vice President of Operations for Providence Homes. Our homes typically achieve at least a 50% energy savings compared to a home that's built to code. As far as the quality of our homes, it starts with the construction that we use, things that we do differently, the quality of the insulation, for example, the way we air seal, how the ductwork is installed. And we feel like once you live in one of our homes and you actually experience it, it's not the same. But the challenge with that is, how do we deliver that message to people before they make that buying decision? And when we found the Wiser Energy Monitor, It was something that just jumped out to us that it was the perfect solution. So the Wiser Energy device is installed in the breaker panel, and it has the ability over time to learn every device in your home to know exactly what is consuming energy at any particular time. In Schneider Electric, we found a partner that was able to help us demonstrate the high level of energy efficiency in our homes. What we say we're going to deliver, we can prove it with this energy monitoring system, and it's a very powerful tool for us. We feel the trend in home building is a trend moving beyond energy efficiency, getting into sustainability, durability, healthier homes, and we want to be known as the builder that looks out for Jacksonville home buyers today and in the future.
So to wrap it up here and conclude, together we have the resources and technology in place to help people understand their impact on the planet and drive positive change in ways that will improve their well-being and help them feel less anxious about the prospect of rising energy bills. For home builders and electricians, it means enabling consumers to access cutting-edge technology management technology. This technology is Wiser. And all the innovations we have showcased here today, from grid to plug, allow us to charge our cars from sustainable renewable sources, to live in eco-friendly homes equipped with smart, compatible solutions, to be in charge of our energy consumption and bills, and above all, allow us to be invested in making our homes a better place. So thank you all for taking your time and sharing it with us.